know, occasionally we'll get asked, can you paint my security door? And the answer is yes, but sometimes no. So 90% of the time I can paint your security door. These doors typically have a nice powder coat finish, but powder coat's designed to be hard and durable, so it'll take a hit, but it really fades quick in our blue sky. So if it's not in a protected area like this, it's probably going to fade in 5 or 6 years and not really look good. Now this door has a powder coat that has more of a hammered finish. I can tell you this is actually a better finish and holds up much better than the doors that are just one solid color. So the hammered finish sort of has a mottled look. This is sort of a copper with a little black undertone, and it does hold up better. So if you're buying security doors, pay up for that hammered finish because it does last much longer. So if I'm going to paint this security door, I'm going to paint it just like I do an iron rail that is powder coated, or even if it's been previously coated. We need to hand sand it hard because we really want to scuff that surface and dull it good, and we need to make sure we get on all the sides and every little nook and cranny sanded very hard. Next step is we're going to wipe it down with a solvent. So we're going to usually take lacquer thinner alcohol, and we're going to really wash it down with that. That gets any hand oils off or anything else that might have been spilled or splashed or touched on there. Then the next thing is then we got lots and lots of masking. So we're going to mask. Most of the job of painting a security door or painting an iron rail is all about all that masking and everything to cover it up. So once it's all masked up and everything's protected, then we can paint it. We will take off the doorknob and the deadbolt. We'll give you a nice professional finish. It'll look as good as it did when it was factory. It'll just be a fresh color, your color, or the same color and just freshened up. Now sometimes security doors have a little screen frame around it. And if we're going to paint that little screen frame that the screen is actually attached to, we're going to have to remove the screen because tape doesn't stick to the screen at all. And then we'll need to have that screen rescreened. So in most cases we can rescreen that, but just so you know, if that little bit of aluminum that's around there shows and you need it to be the correct color, we're going to have to pull the screen, buy new webbing to attach it, but we can still get you a nice finish. The only time I won't do this is if you've got a door that it's real tight fitting and rubbing metal and everything's going to touch, then we put our new paint on, it's going to be sticking, and I won't. But security doors, that's almost never an issue. I can tell you if you just have a screen door, you're probably better off just buying a new one because it's not cheap by the time we sand it, wash it down, mask it, and put 2 coats of an industrial acrylic on there. We're not going to put your basic house paint on there. I want something much harder, much more durable. And that stuff's $40, $50, $60 a gallon, and we need to buy a gallon minimum. It only comes in gallons or 5, so if we're doing 2 doors, I'm still buying a gallon. You're still paying for the whole gallon. It just makes these doors fairly expensive. So, but we can do it, and we can give it just as durable a finish as it had before.